Listen here. Slap yourself, your mama, your granny if you ain't heard of Homegrown by now. Chuck, Hed, the best in the game. They celebrities, I told them already. Stix, think Watts, yeah.
Homegrown Radio, Chuck Dizzle DJ Hed.
West Coast.
Yes, live and direct, of course, man, from the Homegrown Studios. And we ain't got no mid-rolls, no pre-rolls, none of that shit today.
Yeah, nah, ain't nobody pay us shit.
Hey.
So shout out to Tomas.
Yeah, all the homies. Hey, shouts to the Homegrown Radio Network, man. We still celebrating the 10 years, man, of Homegrown Radio. So shouts again to everybody that came out to the 10-year anniversary.
And shout out to all the homegrown homies that showed up.
Yeah, man. A lot of folks that showed up.
And the homegrown homegirls.
Yeah, we got some homegrown homegirls.
Oh, yeah, we got homegrown homegirls, too.
Damn, you popping, dog.
West Coast.
You know where they all at. Real quick, got to say happy birthday to somebody that helps us out so much over here, man. Young Alex.
Alex!
Well, her birthday was the other day, but we celebrating it still while we doing this, man. She's that young Kobe number, you know what I'm saying? Get into that phenomenal stage.
Wait, 8?
Nah, hell no.
You said young Kobe, so technically
You're right. The other Kobe
I tend to be right.
You're right. My
West
bad.
Coast.
I fucked up. There's a lot of shit that's been going on. We didn't hit on a lot of different topics, but so I think it's about that time. Well, I'm gonna start off with this shit. Did you see or hear about the Pac pic, the infamous Pac?
Nah, what happened?
There's a Pac penis pic out there.
A dick pic?
That's what a penis is, right?
Like Pac took it of himself?
His ex-girlfriend took it and slang that thing for $7,500. I don't know if it's on eBay. I don't know what it is, but she's slanging that motherfucker.
Hey, you know what? God don't like ugly.
Okay, what you mean?
And that's a really ugly thing to do. Like to slang. Like Daz was here. We had Daz. Shout out to Daz.
Yeah,
he came through Homegrown.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how he sold Tupac verses for 85 racks.
85 racks, yeah.
Now, if she's selling a dick pic for $7,500, this gonna get you like a two-door Honda.
I don't know, but
like
what it's showing me is that motherfuckers is getting so thirsty for Pac content at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, but there's already these verses that's been going out. There's already Pac albums. There's so many documentaries talking about, you know, his death and all this other shit. It's like, damn, now this is what we're coming to.
But the thing is, here's what people are overlooking.
What's
it's
that?
Tupac. Tupac is like one of the most famous people ever like be in music.
Right.
So I put it to you this way: would Elvis Presley, would his shit be going for $7,500?
I mean, there's some Elvis fanatics out there.
No, I'm thinking his shit be going for way more.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So why Tupac shit going for $7,500?
I don't know.
That's some bullshit. I think it should be.
So you think it's worth more?
Yeah.
What do you think it's worth?
Now you asking me to value Pac's penis.
I'm just saying. I don't know what you think.
You mean put a dollar sign?
Put a dollar sign on it.
Like how much I would pay for it?
Let me see. Wait, first of all, why would you pay for Pac penis pic?
I'm not paying for shit.
You put that on yourself just now. You said, how much would I pay for it?
Well,
I just said value.
The nuance of your question.
You just said...
You sound like an asshole.
Listen, I'm telling you, you just said a second ago that Elvis's would go for more. So how much do you think Elvis would go for?
At least 25, 30 grand.
So you put a price on that, right?
Right.
So how much do you think
Pac shit should be sold for?
I wasn't saying how much would you pay for the shit.
Okay, I'm going to put it to you this way. I got to see a picture of the girl. That'll tell me how much to charge for the picture.
What does the girl have to do with
Because
this?
if Pac was knocking down goons...
I'm sure... come on, man. It's Pac. It's Pac.
Yeah,
Pac was knocking them down all kind of chicks.
But if he was knocking down like one of them girls that I knocked down when I was in my early 20s...
I think everybody's got that under their bag, though.
Yeah, nah, you should have seen this one.
What you mean?
This one was all bad. I act like I didn't know who she was.
All right, so let's rate it on a scale from what's her Precious.
Put it to you this way.
Precious?
I'll put it to you this way. If she was to walk in the room right now and say if she was even look at me like she knew me, I'm just gonna take off on her.
You just let her have it. Like you would go straight from you wouldn't just ignore. You just go straight from take it off.
No, I'm not gonna.
So you would assault a woman?
No.
Is that what you're saying, DJ Hed?
No.
Are we going on record?
No, we going on record.
Make sure you get that Tom Jr. special.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Get that DJ Hed special.
He trying to fuck all my endorsements up and shit. What type of nigga is you?
Hey, that's when you just start doing all your shit, man. Shout out to Fresh Empire. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't shouting none of that shit right now. This is adult segment right now.
Oh my God!
Move on to the next shit.
Real quick, what do you think about You know what? Okay. What do you think about Eminem's album release, the track list? Have you seen it?
Yeah, I saw the track list.
Are you excited about any tracks on there?
I'm not excited about any Eminem album.
Let me ask you this though: have you seen Young Jeezy his album release?
No.
Okay. Because can you pull it up real quick?
Okay.
Young Jeezy dropped his track list. I thought it was fake because of the different.
And it's just Jeezy. It's not Young Jeezy.
Just
Niggas
Jeezy. My bad. It's just Jeezy.
Yeah, he dropped the Young.
My thing is
Keep
this:
up.
I want to hear the music. I think the track listing and all that shit, it gets people away from the actual music. Meaning,
so you want to do his shit? You want people to do their shit like Vince Staples dropped his shit? He didn't list any features.
I like that.
So you just want to be surprised.
Let people be surprised, especially with somebody like Eminem. Eminem, everybody has already been waiting for his new album, and he's been scrutinized like just for everything that he's been doing. I don't think dropping a track list for his project was the smartest thing because now people are ridiculing that. So look at Jeezy.
Okay, he got T Grizzly, 2 Chainz, Puff, YG, Kodak Black, Tory Lanez, Rick Ross. I want to hear this more than I want to hear Eminem.
And he got the American Dream,
now,
J. Cole,
now
and
here's the thing.
Lamar. Right.
I don't think you got to look at it like this. Eminem is white.
Got you.
So when you put out, I don't want to start doing the racial shit, but it is what it is.
It's cool. Yeah.
Eminem is a white man.
Right.
He automatically qualifies for some other shit we don't qualify for. He's not catering to us. This is catering directly to us. Rick Ross, Kodak Black, Kendrick, Cole, Trey Songz, Wiz, like this is for us.
Okay.
By us.
Okay.
Now, Eminem shit little bit. He had Beyonce on the first thing. I thought that first thing was just whatever. I
think a lot of people wasn't feeling it.
Or Stones or
right. Walk on water. Walk on water.
Walk on water. Yeah. I didn't like that shit at all.
It low key. It sounded like
it's a ballad.
It sounded like a Negro spiritual, man.
It's trash. And
unfortunately,
okay, Eminem's not trash.
No, you said the song was trash.
I don't like the song.
Okay.
And so I'm not excited about the album at all.
Okay.
But then also we come from a different class of Eminem.
Right.
We come from Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers, LP.
Very true.
So he talking about killing everybody.
Right.
He talking about fuck this person,
right.
fuck this person, new kids on the block sucking his dick.
Whoa. Yeah. Well, I don't know about that, but okay.
Sucking a lot of dick.
Did he say? I don't know.
New kids on the block suck a lot of dick.
Okay.
Boys and girls groups make me sick.
Hey, that's cool. That's what's up.
So anyway, long story short, I'm not excited about Eminem's album at all. I would like for him to drop another record just so I could hear and hopefully.
But he's not catering. You just said he's not catering to us.
I know that,
so why would
and I'm okay with that, though.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. You have to be okay with everything not being for you.
Got you. I just think that in the day that we live in right now, that Eminem is no longer. I don't think he
relevant?
Like you said. No, not even that. Not even that. I just don't think that he should play by the same rules. He doesn't have to worry about. I think,
you're dropping a track list.
I like the way that they rolled out the whole. Remember, we had talked about this weeks back and how they wrote out the name of the album. It was like somebody. I think his manager took a picture.
I remember
of the
Secret and it was like
exactly.
random white people commercials with narcotics. That shit was weak to me.
That shit was dope. I like that. I like that because it built up the anticipation. Like people are like, oh shit, it's an Eminem album. Like okay,
I didn't like it. I just didn't like it.
Why not?
Because I feel like they could have did better.
What would if you was on that campaign? How would you roll out?
You asked me to come in with a marketing campaign. That's what I'm saying. On the spot.
You're saying that you don't like it.
They had 2-3 years.
My nigga,
to do a marketing campaign.
What are you saying? What would you? Okay, how would you?
You want me to do one right now
on the spot?
Dance, nigga.
Exactly.
No,
you do that shit on the regular. You come up with content all the West Coast, nigga. You come up, don't plug your shit. Was that shit thought out for 3 years? No.
Man, so I've been playing this my whole life. Kiss my ass.
I've been waiting to get on. I've been waiting for the platform to talk some shit.
Talk my shit.
All right, well, look, man, we got one of the homies that's been waiting to talk some shit. He definitely my homie, man. we haven't talked to him in a minute. The homie Stix from Watts. Stix. Hold on, let's turn this mic up real quick. What's up, brother? How you? Hold on, let's make sure you on. Let's one more time.
I'm plugging this shit already.
I'm already watch Stix. I plug. You can't even stop me. It's already done.
It's already done. You can't stop it, man.
It's all good.
First of all, I'm so glad that we got you back up in here, man. It's been some years since we chopped it up,
man. Last time I was here, you was at the house.
At the house, yeah.
That's crazy,
man. Some years.
Now let's jump right into it.
Let's go.
I mean, what's up with your boy Tyrese?
Oh shit.
Listen, man.
What's where you going?
No.
That's where you going.
Them is your people, your mans and them. Like, what's going on? I just want to know from somebody who's closer to it than I am.
Hey, man, Trump is crazy, man. He out here tripping.
Got you.
You know what
There
I'm
we
saying?
go.
Yeah.
That's what it
Let
is.
me go to check that box.
You know,
already
this
asked
fire in the valley is just
Man,
wild.
that shit
out
crazy.
here, dog.
That Oxnard shit is wild to the motherfucker.
My son couldn't even go to school
That's
the last couple of days.
crazy.
It's crazy.
All right, so but
Sticks stupid.
yeah, that's how you know a motherfucker media trained. Like
Hey,
he
no,
on
Sticks
this
a
shit.
veteran. He's
Yeah,
been doing this way
been
too
doing this for a
long to
minute.
get caught up in some bullshit.
But see, that's the thing. Like I've known you from. I remember one of the first mixtapes that I've seen back at Long Beach State. Was it the Bobby
Stix
V?
and Bobby V.
Stix and Bobby V, bro.
We did that album in like 3 days.
How the hell did that come
Hey,
about?
Man, let me go ahead and tell it. So, Poon Daddy, who used to work with Ludacris,
Okay.
man, these names.
Yeah, right. I was like, Poon
But,
Daddy, yeah.
Poon Daddy.
Yep, there you go.
But anyhow, so my cousin, he was on her at this video shoot. It was Usher video shoot.
Uh-huh.
And it's funny because I called, Poon used to claim Overhill or something like that.
Okay.
And so one of my homies that raised me, DK Little Cartoon, I was like, man, you know somebody named Poon Daddy from Overhill? So I had to call in.
Yeah, check
and
in.
he was like, yeah, man, he from Overhill though. He ain't from my side.
Got you.
I was like, all right, cool. Hey, man, he managed this kid named Bobby Valentino who signed to Def Jam. This was like right before Slow Down came
So
out.
just before it popped.
Yeah, and because he kept hyping it up. And, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I was an extra on, I was hustling, trying to
Right.
get some paper. So I was an extra on the Usher video shoot. So,
Time out. So if you go back and look, can you see you in the video or were you edited out?
nah, I didn't, I dipped out. Like, I got paid for that shoot.
Got you.
Didn't
Okay,
even,
got
like,
you. Just making sure.
Got up out of there.
some
Yeah.
straight watts.
Yeah.
Like finesse.
Get that money.
You know? So Kiki was there. Kiki is like my cousin, right?
Okay.
And so she came up to me. She was like, "It's this dude named Poon Daddy who keep asking me for my number." I was like, "Word? What'd he do?"
Right.
She was like, "He said he worked for Ludacris and he managed Bobby Valentino." So then I walked up to
Bet.
him, and that's when I pressed like, "Hey, you from Overhill?" Like I'm from
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
from Watts, man. Like say,
I'm from the east side.
Yeah,
I
right,
got nothing
like,
to do with
but
that.
you know, I was like, "Yo, you from 60s?"
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm from Overhill and whatever." I'm like, "Yeah, you know my big homie Lil Cartoon," and he was like, "Yeah." So just from there, the connection was on.
solid. Yeah.
So and I was like, what you got going? He was like, I got this. You need to listen to this. Nigga, we went to the car was parked on the set where all of the extras was at.
Right.
And he played Slow Down. And he played it. I was like, yo, this a hit.
So you knew off the bat right then.
Automatic.
Wow,
I was like,
okay.
this a hit. This finna go. And he was gassing it up. And everybody else was gassing it up like whoever was working for him at the time. So I told Kiki, I was like, man, give him your
Go.
number.
Right.
Give
Go.
him your number.
Yeah.
Like, mess with him. And then after that, Poon used to call like every day. He bought her a car.
Get the fuck out
It
of
was-
here.
Really? What kind of car was it?
It was a box Benz.
What the fuck is a box Benz?
You know the Benz that's like a box.
That's out of my tax bracket. I don't.
Man,
He's in a box.
I can't even. I don't even remember the name of the goddamn model.
Yeah.
Make.
But shit,
anyhow, he bought her
bought
that.
her
Bought her a ring.
Yeah.
Then Bobby started messing with Kiki homegirl at the time.
So they was double dating. and
Man,
kinda
I'm
going
like, yo, tell him your cousin is hard.
on. Right.
Pause.
Put it.
You know what I'm
put
saying?
the extras on it.
And so she was like, all right, I'm gonna tell him. So she's like, yo, I played your music in the car when we was riding. And he was like, yo, he dope. So I said, yo, put me on the phone with him.
Right now.
She called me, put me on the phone. I was like, hey, this is right when Jay-Z and R. Kelly did the Best of Both Worlds
yeah.
Part 2.
Wow.
And so when Jay-Z and R. Kelly fell out again,
Again.
I was like, yo, Poon, me and Bobby should do the Next of Both Worlds. It's like a
Same
playoff of the
concept.
thing. Since it ain't cracking no
right,
more.
right.
Right. And so Poon was like, man, that sounds dope. Keep in mind, I don't got no deal. I don't got nothing. I'm just hustling.
Right.
So he was like, yo, if Bobby down with it, then
Let's do
I ain't
it.
got no problem with it. I'll hype it up. I'll tell him you dope. So he called Bobby. This is when Chirps was still out.
Goddamn. So
Nigga
he didn't even call the nigga. He chirped him.
So first he called him, and then Bobby was like, I'm down, but that's the gas.
Industry, of course.
You know what I mean? So
Because he didn't know you at that time.
he didn't even never met me in his life.
Got you.
I end up seeing him at the Fox Hills Mall.
Wow.
Random.
He was going up the elevator. I was going down. I was like, oh, that's Bobby. Nigga. So I
On it.
ran downstairs, ran down the escalator while I was going down, and ran back up and was like, Bobby, I'm Stix. And so he looking at me like, who is Stix?
Who the hell is Stix?
I was like, yo, Poon, Kiki. He was
Right.
like, oh, what's up, my nigga?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I want to do this album,
make it
Next to
happen.
Both Worlds. He's like, Poon mentioned something about that. He was like, let's do it. he was like, take my number down. So he gave me his chirp. He didn't give me the number. I chirped that nigga every day for like 4 days straight. What's up, my nigga? I got the studio. I done had no studio. I done had nothing. You know what I'm saying? Wise man told me, he said, close the deal first, then get the money later.
Figure it out, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I kept saying, yo, I got the studio. What's up? You down? Let's go. He was like, yo, I tell you what. On the 4th day that I chirped him, he was like, I tell you what, I'm available 2 weeks from whatever day that was. Just send me the address. I'll be there. Nigga, I called everybody I could call.
Pull up.
So what ended up happening is the homie, his name Baby Boy. The homie Baby Boy was like, yo, you can use my studio. So that was already set up. I told him the date. I called 1500.
Like, look.
So 1500 was like, we'll be there.
Damn.
Because 1500 was already his band.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was like 3 degrees of separation. So Bobby actually showed up. Like, I didn't even hit him up or nothing. I told Poon what Bobby said, and Poon was like, don't worry about it. I'm going to make sure he show up. So he came to the studio that day. 1500 was there, baby. Everybody was there, and we just played beats. And as soon as he heard a beat he liked, he was like, I like that. Let's throw that on. Boom, knock that out. We did like 9 songs in one day.
Bro, listen, let me now. I don't want to finish. Go ahead, finish the story.
Like, in a week after that, we finished it in 3 days. A week after that, Slow Down came out and was the #1 record in the country. And I dropped the project myself, and then that's
so
Stix and Bobby.
This is what I want to get your take on. Do you still keep in contact with Bobby?
No chance.
Oh, all right. Well, never mind.
So is the relationship like bad, or is
No,
it like,
no,
okay,
we straight.
it's
Like,
good?
if we see each other in traffic,
right.
What's up, my nigga? It's always, where the mixtape at?
Right,
like,
right.
Send me the mixtape. I'm like, iTunes or
My nigga, it's on.
Spotify.
It's up, my nigga.
It's
you know
on
what I'm
there.
saying?
Yeah, it's available.
You know
on all
what I'm saying?
digital
But
platforms.
Think Watts music.
Yeah, so talk about Think Watts.
Man, Think Watts, man. That's like, first and foremost, my city is everything to me, man. It's like what made me me and who I am. And we got so much history and so much talent out of there. And so many of the homies, like, we like the wicked step cousin or something that don't get no love.
Absolutely.
Like, we done had some bars come out of Watts. I mean, despite what's going on, the big, the homie Tyrese,
Right.
Glasses Malone, J-Rock. And if we want to get technical, Kendrick is signed to Top Dog Entertainment. Top Dog is from Bonnie Hunter Watts.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
not the, I mean, I don't
get
want
it.
to put
I
him
get
out
it.
there.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
He from the project.
But that's what it is.
You know,
yeah.
he from Watts, California.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's so much crazy history out of there, from the Watts Towers to the 65 riot, the rebellion, really what it's called, but the media turned it into the riots.
Right.
And it's just so much history, but it's like overlooked all the time.
Why do you think that is, though? Like, for the most part, Watts don't get the proper accolades that you think that they did.
I think we haven't just had somebody who really held on to the city and really I'm like, we got champions of the city, but somebody that was like non-threatening, where
I was gonna say
mainstream
that.
media
Exactly.
accepts it.
Exactly.
And like, okay, we'll listen to you.
Well, how the fuck are you supposed to have somebody that's easily digestible come? See, what's interesting that you said that, like, you
Yeah.
ran off the list of people, right?
Yeah.
What I'm very familiar with Watts.
Of
You know what I'm saying?
course,
My
yeah.
my whole family damn near from Linwood.
Right.
So, that's
right next door.
So the thing is, when you talk about Watts and the people that come out of there,
Yeah.
I always talk about people going there. No one
Right.
goes there.
Right.
And then when I used to talk about this with the big homie, it was like, Watts is a place that you don't have no reason to be. If you don't live there or you don't know somebody,
Not
that
unless you're going to see the towers on some tourist stuff.
Right.
I'm talking even that. I mean,
Oh, it'd be cracking at the right.
no,
towers,
I'm
man.
saying even that. That's just that's not a person. That's
correct.
not a
No,
that's not
correct.
that's not something that, like, people know. Like, oh, I gotta go touch this person. I gotta go see that person.
Yeah.
You know, when you go to this side of town, oh, I gotta go see that person.
Yeah.
Watts is not a place that people just think to go unless they're going to see the towers
Right,
or whatever.
right.
And that's crazy because, like you said, it's a lot of rich history there.
Yeah.
But what do you think it'll take to get the word out as far as, like,
Me.
doing it.
oh shit, all right.
So thank y'all
Like
for coming. No.
Thank you. All right, y'all, man. Appreciate it. Yeah. No, it's like, not to like put myself on such a high pedestal, but I have to in order for people to really pay attention, because I know what I represent. I wasn't, I didn't live in the projects. I lived outside of the projects, but I'm from Watts, like right in the circle of everything, of every gang that Watts has to offer. And I just chose to do something different. I always did something different. Like every time Kendrick see me or who else, I was with Terrace the other day. We did a shoot for Tanqueray.
Oh man, it's
Cat
all
and
about
ass
love.
Terry.
It's all about love.
I love cat and ass Terry. Oh no, man!
Hey, is this Tanqueray organic or what? Is this organic?
I only drink organic wine. You know what I'm saying? Because
Love
you know
tea,
what I'm saying.
Yo.
And we gonna work together when on God's time.
Right,
Let's not rush the process. You know, we got to do our due diligence in life.
Right.
What the fuck are you talking about? The fuck out of here.
I was at the Terrace.
Yo, and Terrace was like, and Kendrick said the same thing. He was like, yo, you were always that one person from the city. And he was like, Kendrick said in Los Angeles in general, you were always different. It was always something that was different about you than everybody else who do this. Like, of course, there's multiple dope people from the city.
Right.
But it's like you always had this different approach about everything that you do. Like, you was in a rock band.
Right.
I did,
Yeah.
Right.
I did a pop group with a panda in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't afraid to just do something crazy because at the end of the day, it's creativity.
Where did that come from though? Like from early days, was that always like your thought process?
Man, I don't know. I just feel like it's the universe. I mean, I feel like I'm here. That's why I feel like I could do it for Watts because I don't know why it's like that. Like since I was a kid, most best dressed in elementary, popular, had all of the bad youngins, whatever that means.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then get to high school. Like, I never forget when I got to junior high, elementary, best dressed, all that. When I got to junior high school, I checked into Perry. First, I was at St.
checked
Lawrence.
into what?
Perry Middle School.
Oh,
in
Perry,
Gardena.
yeah.
So first, I went to St. Lawrence Catholic School in Watts on 103rd and Compton Avenue. And I was the best basketball player. I remember I dropped like 80 points in a game. Like
103rd and Compton.
yeah, I mean it wasn't like I was playing against anybody, but
Word.
I dropped like 80.
Let's not.
So you
let's
thought
not
you was
neglect
you was the guy.
No, I was.
Hey,
No,
Let's say
you
this.
thought you were the
And
guy.
like in the 6th grade, I had an 8th grade girlfriend, and like
Oh, so you was on.
you know what I'm saying. So
you was on.
You know what I mean? Sauce, little drip. You know what I'm saying? So I checked out of there, went to Perry in Gardena. Like second day of school, one of the I guess popular dudes in the school. He was like, hey, come hang with me tomorrow. Just some random TV shit. Come hang with me tomorrow. I'm like, all right, cool. And then instantly I'm the most popular dude with all of the popular dudes in junior high. Then in high school, I go to Locke High School. Once my cousin was already popping at Locke, then I'm just popping at Locke. And then one of my best homies, we started a
I like
little...
the way you said that. Popping that lot.
That's
Okay, whatever.
so
Anyway,
hip-hop
West Coast
shit.
pop
You know what I'm
lock.
saying? West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Crush group. I don't know, man. It just always just had this thing, man, where I always was at the top of the class. And so I was always different. I never followed nobody else, nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it translates into now with music, me trying different things. I never ever do music or do anything or make a decision based on what anybody else think. I'm always like, what's going to be better than everybody else?
Right.
You the homie, but I'm going to smash you. And I'm smarter than everybody. I'm more creative than you. My videos are better. My music is better. But that's just the competitive nature. And I'm always trying to do something to make people pay attention. Whether I become the biggest in the music, bigger than Mike, or nobody ever finds out who I am,
Your intention's gonna be still.
it's still going to be the same.
Gotcha.
And when I'm dead and when I leave, there's going to be somebody who hangs me up on their wall because they're going to be like, man, I wish he could have been, or they gonna say, man, when he was here, he was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just
Now,
me.
I love the acronym. First of all, the "We Are Taught to Survive."
Yeah,
where did that concept come? Where were you at? I want to pick your brain on that tip. Like, where were you at when you actually created?
I got that off of Insta. Somebody like a
for
random
real?
Instagram account. Somebody I don't even know.
What now,
who got
were they
like
from Watts?
got like 30 followers. Yeah, they was from Watts. Got
That's
like 30 followers.
crazy.
And they was like, Watts, we are taught to survive.
When
I
you
was
see
like,
that shit, like,
Suge Knight.
Give me that.
Thank you, 30 followers.
good looking
Watts
out. They looking.
native.
I knew it. They looking at this. I
So
knew it. What you saying is,
What you saying is
somebody gonna come at you real quick, Mr. 35.
No, like
followers.
it was like, but I heard some old school dudes say it before. Like
Gotcha.
we are taught to survive.
So it wasn't something that
Bad
was
Luck
brand
posted
new.
it on his
Okay,
page
okay.
before. So it's like something that Watts, people.
already said.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha. So you ran with that.
I just ran with it. And made it a staple, man. And made it name my mistake. After
Hey,
that.
people. We talk now that I'm in different environments,
Right.
right? Well, you know my origins,
Right.
But now that I'm in different environments or whatnot, I often be around people that's not from here.
Right.
And all the time, bro. And it's like it's so exasperating, for lack of a better word, to try to. That means, you know, because our listeners vary.
Hey, don't count them out.
That
dog.
means
they
that
look it up if they want to. God damn.
That means that I'm exhausted. I'm overly exhausted.
Hey man, sometimes we're gonna have to fact check this motherfucker. I remember one episode you said some shit and it was wrong, and I didn't find out till 2 weeks later. I was like, God damn.
Hey, but it sounded good. Though.
It sounded real good.
Sound like
exactly.
It made sense with the
Hey,
sentence.
West Coast.
So exasperated means exhausted.
No, exasperated means I'm to the wit's end of my shit.
Okay, somebody fact check that motherfucker.
So anyway,
shit.
it's just trying to explain the dynamic of this LA shit to people that's not from here.
Right.
It's like, what? Oh, shit. Do you find, because you traveled a lot. You've been all over this motherfucker.
Man.
When you tell people you from Watts, do you get
They're like, what is that?
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? So I just did a show on YouTube, Vivo with Wyclef, right? So obviously it's
Salute
all
to
kind
Wyclef.
of, salute the big homie Wyclef. It's all kind of people from all different shapes of the world that come and be backstage.
Right.
Because Wyclef is just a world dude.
Of course.
And so it was this one guy. He was just regular white boy, but he got this podcast. I don't even remember what it was called. And it got like 30 million subscribers or some crazy, insane stuff.
We need to have
Does he do it in LA?
He do it in like Ohio or something.
never mind.
I don't know.
Okay.
Probably fly his ass out.
Right. So first of all, I'm like, you're at a Wyclef show. I wonder why, but hey, he's
Gotcha.
Wyclef.
You're here.
So then he's like, Stix, you're a cool guy. I'm like, well, thank you. He's like, where you from? I said, Watts. He was like, Watts? Where's that? Is that like somewhere out of the country?
Are you serious? I would assume that people would know, like even if it's from a negative connotation, that they would
People
know.
don't.
Man,
They
I'm
don't
talking,
know.
and it's crazy to me because riots, menace to society.
I would think people.
I just did a radio show. I just did another show. Shout outs to homegirl Dimples. She's from Nigeria.
I did see the clip from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like,
never seen Boys in the Hood.
She's like, I never seen Boys in the Hood, a menace to society. I was like, yo, you gotta leave.
No, but see,
You gotta leave your show.
But here's the thing, though, bro.
That's crazy.
That movie is old.
But
You got to
still,
think about
that's
it.
a classic.
It is,
It's a
but
classic.
what
That's
I'm
like
trying-
Juice.
It's a classic.
It is to us,
yeah.
our time, bro.
Right,
Right.
man.
Think about it, bro.
Yeah,
think
no,
think about it like this,
seriously.
on some real shit. See, being in that building,
You realize some
you
shit.
start seeing shit for what it is, because we're biased.
Right.
We love this motherfucker.
Yeah.
We love Los Angeles.
Man.
We love all the culture. We love the bullshit. Only thing we can
Man.
do without is the traffic.
Right.
We love everything else about this motherfucker.
Man.
What you don't realize is, like, Tomas, how old are you? Tomas is 20 years old, right? Tomas been with us. C5 just walked in. Shout
Shout
how
out
old are
to
you,
C5?
C5? 23.
Yeah.
Alex, how old are you? 24.
Okay.
They
Right.
don't know nothing
Hold on,
about
time out.
none of that.
Let's do a check. Have you seen Boys in the Hood? Okay, you seen Mr. Society? Okay, what about you, Alex?
Don't ask me that.
No. C5, you seen Boys in the Hood? Minister Society?
Yeah, but they like this bullshit.
Okay, no, but that's cool.
Yeah.
But that just goes to show
Tomas don't count. He like he engulfed in
He
this
like,
hip hop
yeah,
shit, dog.
hell
He,
yeah,
like look at this thing. As soon as I walked in, he was like, "Yo, Chicago's, bro." I'm like, "Yeah, all right." Like he don't count, dog.
No,
her she counts.
but-
She's the average consumer.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying?
just
Like
goes to
she
show
love
you.
this hip hop shit, but.
Right.
I'm telling you,
Minister
listen.
Society,
I'm
bro,
just-
that hurt.
no,
Like I hurt
listen.
every time somebody say no.
Listen to me, bro. It's not what you think it is out here. I'm telling you,
That's crazy.
it's
We in a bubble or
bro.
something?
Yes,
Very much so. Very much
Yes,
so. Yes.
Crazy.
I'm talking about. It's so cold to the point where it fucked my whole world up.
Because you just think that people automatically it's I can't knock people for that because that's their perspective, that's their identity, that's their whole growing up, whatever. But it's like you look at it like, oh shit, we're really the minority in this shit.
But it's surprising the type of shit that get out there though. Like I was in Fiji, and this-
you see
Light
that?
stunt?
Yeah, nice stunt.
light stunt.
light,
yeah.
Motherfuckers.
That's light. That's
Light
light.
coast.
So
Fiji, they ain't even got no bottled water out there.
So I'm in Fiji, and this kid comes up to me who work on the resort that I was at, and he like, "You hip hop?
You hip hop.
You hip hop?
Yeah, you hip hop.
right? You
Like
you
you're the- like-
are the hip
like
the
G.
word?
Roberson and hip hop. Right.
Like you created it. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm hip hop.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
for
Whatever.
sure. Got that, yeah.
He's like, you 50 Cent, boom, boom.
Oh, wow.
What?
That's hip hop
That's
to
it
him.
Yeah. Yeah.
50 Cent, boom, boom. No, boom, boom. The thumb with the two fingers.
So he knew you got shot.
Already,
You've
9
been
times.
shot, exactly.
Like, that's
the bubble.
That's why I'm saying it's crazy the type of shit that get.
So what I'm trying to explain to you, bro, is we are 100% in a bubble. Don't think for 1 second that people are actually paying attention. It's so much shit. I'm dead ass serious.
I'm hurt.
It's so much shit and stimulus going on in the world, bro, that it'll fuck your mind up. Like, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. You be in a car. Say you driving, right? How many different things is going on? Just think about it. You might be texting somebody back. You might be listening to a podcast.
100%.
You might be getting directions. You might be
100%.
flipping through the radio. You might be looking for a song on Spotify. And you paying attention to the cars around you. And you might be
100%.
watching the lights. You talking about at minimum while you driving 3 to 4 things going on.
100%.
At minimum.
100%.
You see what I'm saying? So when you talk about content, as far as like, especially when it comes to classic movies, certain movies are classic to us that aren't classic to everybody.
That's crazy.
On some real shit.
I can't stomach that, bro.
Bro, you got to swallow that pill.
I'm gonna go to my grave. I'm never gonna understand that.
That's
You got to swallow that pill. That's the reality.
Ministers, Boys in the Hood.
If you
To
learn
you,
anything from this event,
when that movie come out?
Interview.
What was that, the 90s?
90? Yep, 90, 91.
Bro, Tomas is 20. So,
He was just born.
It.
Damn.
bro, what
movie is
now? Stix.
Hold on, man. We gotta
listen,
think about
listen,
this.
I don't want to even go down this road, but just think about it. When you were born,
Right.
you wasn't listening to that album when you were 20.
No. You know what? I understand this whole conversation now. You want to know why? I have this argument about basketball. Kobe and Michael Jordan.
Oh, all the time. That's the perfect argument. Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Kobe, LeBron.
So we can't. It's hard for I feel like it's hard for our generation to say Jordan is better than Kobe because we didn't really watch Jordan.
Exactly.
Right.
Jordan, I didn't really watch Jordan until he blazed Magic them in the 91 playoffs. And I was like, who is this nigga?
Exactly. Who is this
This nigga did this?
Right.
Like, who is that?
Right.
What is that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, he's incredible. And then I watched Jordan was like,
Amazing.
But you had to
and
go
Magic them was gone after that.
They was gone already.
So I didn't get into him until he had already started his run.
Right.
Kobe, we got to see
it from inception.
from high school.
Right.
Now stomach this, since you can't stomach that. It's people right now. I know. I got into it. Now I shouldn't have been arguing with a 13-year-old.
But you were.
But this the West Coast.
Exactly.
So
That's crazy.
they think
I already know what
Steph
you finna say.
is the GOAT.
Yeah, he's God.
He's better than everybody. He's better than
Steph Curry
KD.
ruined basketball.
Steph Curry's better than KD. Steph Curry's better than LeBron. Steph Curry is the GOAT. So and you can't tell them he's not.
Because that's what they
Just
grew
like
up.
Chance the Rapper is the GOAT. Just like J. Cole is the GOAT. Just like Kendrick is the GOAT. And then so on and so forth.
But wait.
Every generation.
But wait.
There's a
Kendrick is
he's there. I get
Okay.
that.
But what I'm trying to explain to you
there's
is,
GOAT levels that just
no, it's
is undeniable.
perspective, bro.
No, it is, but 100%. So I get,
But
Yeah.
but that's
Steph
what
Curry, everybody's shooting from half court now.
bro,
Exactly.
niggas are shooting from the bleachers. Now, it's some 7-year-olds who's like, Steph Curry,
Right.
he washed up. It's
don't
so.
know. Yeah.
I'm
Because
telling
of the
you,
hype
bro.
around everything.
You gotta I'm telling you the truth, and it's crazy, but it's the truth.
But that come from the ones who just don't respect the code
No,
and the history.
that
of it.
comes from people who just give a fuck about what they give
we
a fuck
talk
about.
There's no-
because
there's a level of that. There
But
is a
this
level of
easily
that.
slides into the hip hop conversation with the new and the, this is an ongoing conversation, new and old generation.
Right.
Like what makes it right to talk about the new generation, or what makes it wrong to talk about the old generation, blah 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 blah. And I actually had this conversation with my wife, and you know she's a big advocate for like new. She got respect for the old generation, but she loves like the new energy that's happening.
So you're saying she's like a Little Pump fan?
I wouldn't say she's a Little Pump
Little
fan.
Yachty.
Man, this is crazy. She loves 21 Savage.
Got you.
She loves him because she said, she looks at everybody's interviews. Everybody, like wherever they go and do interviews, she always watches that. And that's how she become fan of.
Got you.
Whether it's new
Getting to
or
know
old.
the person.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I respect her a lot for that aspect.
Right.
Because I'll go, like 21 Savage made a comment the other day, like, how y'all mad at us? Y'all was rapping about selling drugs. Now we using them.
Right.
So we just a product of y'all.
But you gotta
and
do
but Fab said some of the coldest. He was like, I mean, yeah, you right. None of them is right. Rapping about it and using it, both of them is morally wrong.
Right.
But who look cooler?
Right.
The drug dealer or the drug user?
Exactly.
And then he was like,
You want to be Nino or Pookie?
right.
What you want to do?
Which one you want to be?
Right.
You know, and then he was like, name a successful drug dealer that had made it from that. Hov,
Jay, yep.
you know, 50, you know, Master P, all of these dudes. Name a successful drug user.
Right.
Who?
Right.
Wayne.
Damn.
Yeah, I was just gonna say too. Maybe because we haven't
We don't know.
We haven't lived out that era yet.
That era hasn't lived out. But
So does Lean? So is Wayne like the king of the?
100%.
I mean, we can look at.
But
we,
does Lean count as
Yes,
the
absolutely, yeah.
Uzi is a product of Wayne, 100%.
Got you.
Young Thug.
I'm rolling.
Young Thug is a
Product of
product of Wayne, 100%.
So we counting Lean as
And you have
the rest
to
of the
take.
drugs.
That's why I said
Yes.
whether it's
I am.
crack, Sherm,
whatever it is,
Percocet,
whatever you use,
Xanax,
I'm
Molly.
I'm throwing it in there because it's heroin. For
And this
for
is
lack
my
of a better
point
word.
to
You
you.
know what I'm saying?
This is why you have to provide nuance and perspective to everything,
Right.
because of the simple fact that at this time,
Right.
when Uzi and them were in high school,
Right.
Wayne had a #1 record in the country.
Right.
Correct.
With Lollipop. He had a
Correct.
#1 album in the country
He
with
was
Carter
the
3.
GOAT.
He was the GOAT.
Yeah.
He got the cover of Rolling Stone as the greatest rapper alive. Then he dropped a Rebirth rock album. So
did.
now you have all these rappers,
did.
quote unquote artists, coming out and they say, I'm not a rapper, I'm a rock star.
Right. Post Malone.
You understand what I'm saying? That's why I said nuance and perspective is everything, bro. You have to take that into consideration.
We're living that out right now in front of our faces, which is why, because we're going through that transition.
Right.
I'm the same way. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But it's like, damn. I remember when people were calling it Jerry Curl rap, West Coast rap. Oh, that's Jerry Curl rap. That's crap. Or just hip hop. Oh, that's crap music. It's not rap music. So I'm cognizant of that when I hear people talk about the new versus old. I may not function with it a lot. You know what I'm saying? I can appreciate it, but I'm like, damn, I don't want to be one of those old guys saying I don't like this because of their lifestyle.
100%.
It's not my thing.
Right.
But at the same time, I get why they appreciate this shit. It's the
Right.
shit that they're...
And I said all of that. I listen to everything.
Right.
I have to. I make music. So I got to know what they functioning to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Lil Pump, Gucci, and D Rose, and all them other songs that's 1 minute and 20 seconds long. He finessing the game the most out of anybody.
Oh,
dog.
man. No. Well, yeah, him and Chris Brown.
Oh my God, Chris Brown. Chris Brown is the biggest genius in music today. I don't care what nobody say. Let me explain my
give you
theory. The biggest genius. Let me tell you why.
Yeah. I know
Marketing. I'm a marketing genius myself. So
Coast.
Chris Brown or whoever on his team said, let's do 45 songs. And you like 45. Instantly you thinking that's stupid. Don't nobody want to listen to 45 songs.
That's smart as
That's
fuck.
too much. But it's genius because the game has changed.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody buying albums.
No more.
They streaming everything. So while everybody else only dropping 10 songs and you stream 10 songs, let's say you stream each song 3 million times. You know what I mean? So you got 300 million streams, right? But if you do 45 songs and it gets streamed 3 million times a piece, that's even if it gets streamed 1 million times, 45. I mean, 2 million times all 45 songs. Do the goddamn math.
Instantly,
that's why he got 74 songs that's platinum and gold right now.
Yeah, West Coast.
And because, and this is something we ask people all the time when they come in here, like, we know they're dropping a project, right?
Yeah.
But the moment you drop that project, what are fans instantly saying? Yo, that's dope, but when's the next shit coming out?
Instantly. The next day.
The next day. So it's like, why
all
not
in the Twitter and the DM and on the comments.
Exactly.
Man, when the next one?
I love this. I love this Stay Watch project. I love it.
Wow.
Hey, man, I'm glad you brought that up.
When's the next shit coming out?
So this is my one. This one I asked you because I got into. I was hot. I was very upset.
You said hot?
I was hot.
I thought you were high. I was like, what?
When?
I don't get
turned into the
high. I
drug?
don't smoke and I don't drink.
Shout out to Tom Jr.
West Coast.
You get your DJ Head special, $3.95.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Right
I
now.
get a DJ Head special. So anyway,
I'm acting like they paying me and shit. What the fuck? Anyway, keep going.
You
My
got
bad.
to
Right.
check now.
Right.
yeah,
I'm sorry, Ed. I can't go to. I'm vegan now.
it's all good. West Coast.
I'll buy some French fries though.
There you go.
Boom.
So my question to you is because I was very upset the week that Damn came out, Kendrick Lamar Damn.
Why?
And it's being nominated. Hold on, let me just get the. So it's being held as top 2 albums of the year. I think it's Kendrick
Ed
and
Sheeran
SZA.
or something like. Oh yeah.
So I
SZA.
saw that. It was like Rolling Stone and I think somebody else are doing a countdown. Best albums of the year, right?
I just seen it.
The week that Damn dropped, I think it dropped on a Friday.
Yeah.
Did it drop on a Friday?
Yeah.
Something like that?
I remember.
Okay. I think it was, what was it, Saturday or no, it was Sunday or Monday morning. I'm on Instagram Live. And I'm talking to the people.
Oh, and they was talking about another part 2 of Damn.
Not even that.
Oh, Damn Nation or something like that?
No, just
oh,
let
okay.
him go.
Sorry, my
So,
bad. Go finish.
I'm on Instagram Live and I holler at the people. So I'm talking to people and I'm eating my food and shit. And I'm sitting there and they're talking about Damn as a classic. We 48 hours out. The album dropped 48 hours ago, my nigga. Like,
What are you talking about?
what the fuck are you talking? How's the album?
You haven't even listened to the whole album.
You don't even know the words. You don't even know what you didn't catch everything. So my question to you is, what's the soonest an album can be deemed a classic? The soonest, and I don't give a fuck how many times you listen to it. Because classic defines to me a space or a time or.
I think it needs minimum a year. Minimum.
Exactly. See,
minimum.
That's what I'm saying.
And then obviously it's subjective, I guess. But for me, I need a year. I need everything else to come out. I need to see how I feel about it. Then when next year come, I need to play it. Then I need to hear everything else that come out again. And if it's still as hot as everything else that came out again,
classic.
Then I'm like, yo, like when Game dropped the documentary.
Oh my
100%.
Oh my God.
I was like, when I first heard it, I was like,
wow.
This is special.
Because the energy around it, first of all, was just like
perfect
whoa.
timing, bro.
Whoa.
And then everything, man, he hit us with the Dreams with Kanye. Then This Is How We Do with 50 was the single.
Yep.
And that single was fire.
Oh my God.
Fire.
And then I was like, yo, if this is the single, what the album gonna
sound
sound
like? Right.
Then Dreams came, and then what is that? The other one with 50.
Hated to love it.
Just back to back.
I was like,
Shout out
yo,
to Cool and Dre.
Yeah.
man.
So I'm glad you addressed that because
A
I like
year.
that. I like to get other perspectives. I tend to be biased, and people, head's an asshole, and it's like, bro, like.
Think about
I
it.
was
Reasonable
going in
Doubt
on these
wasn't.
motherfuckers.
Reasonable Doubt wasn't a classic until later.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
I wasn't hearing, especially on the West Coast.
Nah,
we
that
wasn't
was-
listening to
wasn't rocking with it
Reasonable
like that.
Doubt.
Nah.
I mean, I bought Dead Presidents from Warehouse Music.
Wow.
When they were still at Warehouse Music. I bought the
crazy.
maxi single.
So, okay, I'm glad you said that. Reasonable Doubt. What's your favorite Hove album? Hove just dropped 444 last year, or this year, earlier this year, whatever. Just overall in Jay-Z's career, what sticks as a musician? Give me as a fan or a consumer, and then as a musician.
As a consumer,
You'd probably have to go with sales the most, right?
No, I'm talking about as a fan or just a regular-
at him
So
as
fan.
a fan.
as a fan of music.
it's tough, man. Let me see. I can name 3. I can name one that
Just do one.
I listen to more than any other one.
Okay, no,
That one.
do one as a fan and do one as a musician.
Black Album.
Black album. Me too.
As a fan.
As a fan.
Okay.
Black
Me too.
Album. Now, what's the next
As
one?
a musician.
As a musician. 444.
Really?
444.
The
As
best out of all of
a
them?
musician-wise,
Damn, that's crazy.
But do you have
And
to give
I'm
it
glad
a year? Wait, time out. Do you have to give it a year to really assess it, or instantly you knew when you heard it?
I think for me,
Sonically.
because of who I am today, the things that I'm into finance.
Right.
Like I went to school for life insurance, and I know stock.
That's where you at in
I play
life.
the stocks, and like I'm buying real estate right now, and all kind of crazy. I bought a house and like all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Because where I'm at, that touched me more than any other Jay-Z album.
Gotcha.
All the other Jay-Z albums I'm a fan of because I'm a fan of Jay-Z and because he's just one of the greatest MCs in hip-hop history.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So just listening to it, I'm like, just a GOAT. Like nobody messing with Jay still.
Right.
After all these years, he's still giving us this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, but this one, I related to it.
Did you happen to see his interview recently with
Yeah.
on Tidal?
Yeah, I seen it.
And
It was amazing.
With Elliot
amazing.
Wilson and
With Elliot-
D-Dot?
no, the new one.
Oh, the new one with
Yeah,
the
with
the guy
LA
that
Times.
nobody knows
New
who
York
it is.
Times.
No, yeah, the
New
guy
York
that
Times.
nobody knows, but I know. Me and my partner was just talking about this earlier. I was like, yo, Jay is chess. There's a reason why he chose to do an interview with him, because that guy reaches a certain demographics, and he's trying to close. We were saying Jay-Z is about to close the biggest deal that we have ever seen.
On what?
We don't know. But something is coming, because there's no reason why out of everybody you could do an interview
chose to do it with them.
you chose him. He speaks to a certain audience.
Mm-hmm.
He speaks to a certain demographic that we typically don't even care about.
Jay always been playing different, though.
But that's what I'm saying. Jay is playing in something that we
Niggas ain't
it ain't
gonna know
even on
until
our
it's
plan.
after
We
it's
can't even
done.
fathom
Right.
what he even
Right.
trying to figure out.
Right.
And
Until
watch,
after it's
give
done.
it a couple months.
Wow.
We gonna hear something like Jay-Z just bought Jupiter.
Yeah.
And named it after his daughter.
Right.
And, his twins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be something outrageous.
I can see that.
What's funny? Well, not funny, but it's interesting that you said that 444. You relate to that album the most right now, and that's right now your favorite album at this point. Because when I saw you in the green room.
Right.
That's one thing that I fucked with the project. It felt like an evolved Stix. I heard the father. I heard the motherfucker that went to school for finance. I heard the person that invests in stock. I feel like you gave us all of that as an evolved individual, a human being.
Thank you.
I don't even consider it rapper. I mean, you had bars, of course, but it's like me knowing you for 10 years plus. It's like, damn, okay, it's beyond the flashiness.
Right.
You got that in there, but it's beyond that. It's this is who I am today. And I love that part. I think you really hit the mark with that.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And it means a lot, especially coming from my peers, because like you said, it's been like 10 years.
Right.
And you know from what the music was then to the rock era, to the pop era, to songwriting and the Iggy's and all of this other stuff.
Yeah.
To right now.
Yeah.
Like, who are you now?
Now, right.
What do you have to offer now when it's so much popping and all of these young dudes and everybody? I don't want to call it distracted. That's not the word, because it's not a distraction. Because like 03 Greedo killing it.
Love it.
You know, G Perico and High Tone and all of these people that's like doing their thing on the West. Plus, from the Little Pumps to the Bad Babies to
Lil Xan, he from
Lil Xan,
Lil
Xan,
IE.
yeah, Lil Xan.
Lil Xan from the IE? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I knew he's from the West Coast because he was on.
I think he's from Riverside or.
He from the
Wow,
West
I didn't know
Coast.
that.
He from out here.
He
He
from the
from
West
IE.
Coast for sure, because
He
he
from
was on
IE.
the West. Carl Cherry curates this thing on Apple Music, this playlist, and it's like the New West or something
New
like
LA.
that.
Yeah,
the New LA.
Yeah.
And Lil Xan was on there. I was like,
Wow.
so I looked him up. I was like, yo, he from the town.
Didn't know that.
You know what I mean? But anyhow, so I just said the easiest way for me to succeed for me musically is be myself. That's the one thing that I've never done my entire career.
Really?
And
I've never been myself, bro. I've always done things that I can do because I'm creative.
Exactly. And you got to think, because he's coming from the space like of marketing,
Exactly.
of writing, like he's making the hits. So it's not coming from.
I always felt like you were yourself, though.
Nah,
So look, it's me
yeah.
because I can do it. Like, for instance, let's go all the way back. Stix and Bobby Valentino. That was like pure for the girls. You know, that was a piece of me back then because it was all about the ladies, and I was out here in these streets like reckless.
Hoeing.
You know what I'm saying?
Knocking
like,
him down.
Lightweight.
Like,
I love you, honey.
Right.
baby.
So, but then the rock thing was, how the rock thing even happened. I was in the studio. I wanted to do a rock song, and I knew this rock band called Stick Shift Limo. And the reason why I was so attracted to it because they had the word Stix in their name. So I was like, "Come do a song with me. That'd just be a crazy play on words." Stix featuring Stick Shift Limo, and Tyrese walked in the studio and was like, "What is this? Man, let's push this right now." I'm like,
What?
Nigga, what?
"All right, cool."
Right.
But I didn't even want to do that. I wanted to do my stuff. I was still developing.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So you kind of always just,
I just-
fell into shit.
Exactly.
Got
I just
you.
jumped on the opportunity. When that died, I was like, all right. I did a group with BJ the Chicago Kid.
Yeah.
Called Rehab. That fell apart. I wanted to do it because it was cool, but it wasn't. I still was making songs. I wasn't making me.
Gotcha.
Putting me in the
Right.
songs. I
You
was
the-
just making records.
You McDonald's at this
You know
point.
what I'm
You
saying?
getting the product.
Yeah.
You trying to get the product together for sale.
Yeah, exactly. And then after that went out, then me and Luke James was in a group. Then when that fell apart, I did some other thing
Shout
called
out to Luke James.
Luke James did a thing called Sax Fifth with me, the homie Curtains, the homie Albie Back, Luke James, and Q. Then that fell apart. And then everything died out. That's when I jumped into producing, songwriting. The Iggy thing popped off. And that was a whole nother experience. And then when that died
Checks. Sorry, keep going. My bad.
and then when that
Him
died,
say he invested in stocks,
Right,
and
exactly.
bought a house, and he lightweight floss. After he got back, after he came back from Fiji.
Right.
Go ahead.
Continue.
We don't interrupt you. Go ahead.
Honeymoon.
honeymoon. So after the Iggy thing, that's when the Fly Panda thing happened. And that only happened, that was just like, I don't want to call it a joke, but that was just like a what's the anomaly thought of my Jewish lawyer at the time was like, let's start an EDM group. And I was like,
Whatever.
all right, cool.
I can do anything.
And it's crazy because I performed at Ultra, which is like the biggest EDM festival outside of EDC. I performed at Ultra, the main stage, twice. So I had got this whole experience of what it's like to do that.
I remember seeing you doing shit like that, and I was like, oh, he done figured it out.
You know,
Hey,
he did it.
On some real shit. You know how when you see, like, when I see you doing the EDM music, and I saw when you was doing that shit, and you doing those big ass joints, and when I saw the footage and the pictures or whatever, I'm like, the homie, he done figured it out. It's like when somebody hit a lick. It's like when somebody call you like, hey, I got a container truck. I got I got 300 Xbox Ones right now. What we doing?
Yeah.
What we doing?
You know what I'm saying? Shit, we on.
But that's how I seen it.
Yeah.
That's how I seen it. Because when I experienced it and I got booked for that kind of stuff, I'm like, well, I'm good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then it slowly fades away because it's not authentic. You know what I mean? And then when the Fly Panda thing got full on, that was just a disaster, bro. Because it was so fake.
Yeah.
But we had Will I Am and all them, like Dr. Luke. This is when Dr. Luke was at
the guy.
his prime. Was like, I want this.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It was like everybody wanted it because it was just the most bubble gum. We had a panda with a gold chain and a grill, my nigga.
Right.
Like in the group.
Right.
So just looking
That's part of the group.
Yeah.
So he was like, slow down from St. Lunatic.
Yeah. So it's like, and I'm just like riding with Watts nigga, like panda, gold chain, like almost a complete sellout.
Right.
But it was so dope. The music was so dope. And it's because I could do it, but I still wasn't being me. Right. So after all of that went away, all of this time that went past, it took me a while to put this project together. Because I was like, I would listen to beats. First of all, a lot of niggas would not send me beats.
Really? Why not?
Niggas would not. Niggas was not fucking with me, dog. Like, homies, producers, I ain't gonna even say nobody, dog.
Do you think it was because of the perception of the whole EDM shit?
Could be. It could be that, but that I would tell nigga that's dead. Like I'm on this whole thing, different thing. I'm doing a new situation. I'm the first ever artist ever. Man, I'll fucking toot my horn on this. I got to deal with Tangeray, like a liquor brand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like nobody doing those kind of deals as an artist. Like no label, no distribution. It's me and Tangeray. Now Ciroc is in the team and all like it's a whole nother type of. So I'm like, yo, I got this situation and I know it's kind of different. It's hard to really stomach what it is because it's so new. I'm like, think of when Jay-Z do something with Budweiser or when Jay-Z, just think that.
Yeah.
But I'm not Jay, so niggas ain't seeing me like that. So I'm like, it's the same thing. I'm telling you, fuck with me. I'm gonna push this shit to the top, and whoever fuck with me now, this is my new chapter.
Yeah. You like the Bitcoin in 2010.
I'm like Bitcoin, you know what I'm saying? So niggas was not fucking with me. So I just end up stumbling on a couple of new niggas who ain't had no placements, no nothing. And I just start recording records and throwing a little stuff out here and there, right? So then what happened was my manager hollered at Rob Stone at Fader. I was like, I want to do something. I want you to do something with my artists. And he was like, all right, let me hear something. So he played him a few things that was just out there, right? Rob Stone was like, who is this nigga? Like, niggas is sleeping on him? Where you from? He like, from Watts? He from Watts?
And he from, oh, shit.
And I was like, man, let's do something. So then we did this whole like premiere kind of weird deal with Fader where they were going to curate the album, like get producers and stuff like that to produce it. And I just got to come up with the whole concept and everything and we'll just roll it out. So then I started getting beats from Static Skelter.
Crazy.
Who else? Charlie Heat, who done a bunch of Travis Scott and Kanye stuff. Who else I had? I had stuff from a lot of dope Harry Fraud, like a bunch of like people I don't even know.
Right.
But just doing it because of the Fader Connect. And shout outs Alvin, you know, Wale brother, and shout outs Rob. So they send me these beats. So I had all of the beats that I had, right? I had no concept. I didn't know what I wanted to talk about. Because remember, I'm transitioning into the new me.
Right.
So what started happening?
And a lot has happened already.
A lot has already happened, dog.
You know,
so
the family life,
man,
and like
it's like I'm already got 2 kids. I'm a coach for my son. And,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now what's going on in my life is me and my partner now is building the brand. We talk on the phone every day. Like, how can we make this bigger? And then one phone conversation, we sat on the phone and we kept thinking, like, what are we going to name the website? Because I was like, we need to take it back to the old school. I need a website. Like, what are we going to call it? Is it Stix World? Is it lifeofstix.com? And we couldn't. I was like, all that shit is whack. It don't sound like nothing impactful. It don't sound like nothing that's special. So we going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And one of us says something, and I was like, think Watts.
Boom.
I was like, because what I said is I got to put Watts in it. Because everything, all my handles is Watts Stix.
Right.
So somehow I got to put Watts in it, but it got to be a bigger meaning than just my city. I got to make it non-threatening where people hear it and they don't feel like they're afraid. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't bang. Like, I never bang. I never been from a hood or nothing, but I just affiliated with everybody. And then that's when Think Watts came, and I was like, oh, my God, that's it. Then we sat there, and he was like, nigga, this is it. So then we started creating the concept. And I was on tour with Snoop. And,
Lifeway.
and then one day, I was just on stage. I freestyled this stuff while the music was off. I'm talking to the crowd. I was like, man, because when you think Watts, you think of electricity. And when you think of electricity, you got a light bulb. And if you have a light bulb, that means you got an idea. And if you have an idea, you could change the world. I was like,
oh, shit. Niggas in the audience like, yeah, you right, my nigga.
When that happened,
you right.
You right.
You right.
The crowd went crazy.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm in like Detroit or Milwaukee or somewhere. The crowd went nuts after I said that. And they was like, and then that's it.
He's like, yo, EJ, you record that shit?
Right. And I was like,
shout out to my nigga EJ.
man.
I really fuck with EJ the DJ,
I love this
bro.
nigga. He gets on my goddamn nerves, dog.
Hey, man, listen.
This nigga,
EJ,
man.
I'm going to interrupt you, but I do want to say this because I fuck with the homie, bro. EJ is so hungry.
He
Man.
want to do it.
He wants to win
Man.
so bad.
And I'm going to make sure, dog.
And
I don't have no
fuck
choice.
with that.
Right.
I don't have, this nigga EJ on tour, nigga, is the most bothering nigga.
Really?
What?
Of course,
nigga,
man.
I'm in my bed. The show was over. I'm trying to watch Walking Dead or something. Hey, my nigga, you know what happens right here? So, you know, Rick, I'm like, yo, nigga, you a dirt bomb ass nigga, dog. Like, you lucky you my brother. I be wanting to fade this nigga, dog. And it got to the point to where on the road, I just tune this nigga out. He just start talking and be saying all kind of shit. I be like,
oh, man, love it.
you done?
Yeah.
All right, man.
Yeah.
But I love this nigga.
That's the
He's
motherfuckers
so
that go
humble.
hard.
He's so
Exactly.
loyal.
Absolutely.
Nigga, he will drive from East Val to here. If I said, nigga, come right now.
Be on.
The show is over in 15 minutes.
Right. Yeah.
He will still drive, nigga, and as fast as he will try to catch a teleport machine
Yep.
to this motherfucker.
That's
love
him,
this
for
nigga, and I'm gonna
sure.
make sure he become fucking Khaled, bigger than Khaled,
Man.
whatever I can do, I'm always gonna be there.
Bet.
But you know
Now-
what I'm saying? But to the project, all of these experiences. So what happened was, I was riding in the car, and I started listening to the Isley Brothers. And the first
Wait,
song,
hold on. That's like an old school.
right?
Yeah.
But
You know,
they like, who the fuck is the Isleys?
That's like an old school throwback like R&B super OG super triple OG legendary group that used to sing and do all kind of cool wild shit with a bunch of women and shit back in the day. All right, go ahead.
That's dope. We should have a whole nother
right. So-
we should make content where niggas just say old shit and then you be like, hold up.
Right.
Freeze frame,
Just so
and then
you
go
know.
in the back and you be like, okay, so what that is.
Just to give them the context of everything, man.
I was just saying, we got
Message. Hold on.
we got a lot of listeners that varies in age bracket. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, so the first song that popped up was Footsteps in the Darkness. So I'm listening to Footsteps in the Darkness, and it made me think about, nigga, when I got, excuse me, Don't Say Goodnight. It made me think about the time when a nigga pulled a shotgun in my face and was like, say goodnight, nigga.
Wow.
You dead. What Dirty Red at? And I was like, oh, that's a song. So I named the song Dirty Red. That was like one of the first songs I wrote.
Wait, so hold up, bro. You can't just blow past
The fact that you had a
know what I'm
shotgun
saying? Like
in your
you just ran past that like that didn't just happen. Like you didn't just say
Like, this wasn't a
"Somebody had
dream."
shotgun in your
Yeah.
face.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nigga. So we chilling. We had just came from messing with the homegirl, Annika and Onika. Shout outs to the homies. I ain't seen them.
Onika Minaj?
I wish.
Oh, okay. I
This
thought
would
it was
be-
another.
this would be a different conversation.
Okay, I'm about to say I know another flex.
And I'm in stocks and all that now. You know,
Yeah.
man.
Onika. All right, go ahead.
So, man, I'm just crazy. I love
Life
my
is-
wife. Hi, wife.
Nah, you don't love your wife. Go ahead.
I love her to death.
Go ahead.
If
said it in the album,
Onika
too.
came butt naked,
He ain't fucking with
I would pass on it, my nigga.
I feel you. Tell the story about the Dirty Red though.
it.
So, we just came from the homegirl's house. We up there. You know, we chilling outside. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. We on McKinley, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to get out of the streets. And so we just chilling. And this is actually on the album. There's a skit that plays this whole thing out on the album. So all of a sudden, the homie was like, my cousin, Babe Marcus, rest in peace. He was like, what's next? Soon as he said that, skirt, somebody pull up. Nigga pulled a big-ass double-barrel fucking whatever kind of shotgun it was.
I guess shit that
It
killed
was
Ricky. Boy on boys in
Like
the hood.
right here. Right here. Like I can look and see the fucking whatever is inside the barrel of the gun.
Damn.
That nigga said, what Dirty Red at? Blast them niggas. And I was like, man, I don't even know. I don't know Dirty Red. Niggas was like, they lying. Say goodnight, nigga. Blast them niggas.
Whoa.
Blast them niggas, cuz. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, good night.
Yeah.
This is it. I guess this is how it's going.
Nice, yeah.
And I didn't like freeze. I didn't shake, cry, quiver. Like I was just like,
That's it.
I guess this is how it's gonna go. Like I hear about this shit all the time.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what happened. My cousin Babe Marcus, rest in peace, was like, man, we don't know, we don't bang, we don't know Dirty Red. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what this nigga was having a good night or something. The other nigga that was in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
All I know is he was like, no, the nigga with the gun was like, he looked and he squinted and was like, tell that nigga, I can't remember the name of what hood he was from
Wow.
and his name. He was like, tell that nigga whatever from whatever, looking for him. We out. And pulled off.
Bruh.
So Don't Say Goodnight, the Isley Brothers song made me
think about that.
think about that moment.
Wow.
And I was like, I got to write a song about it. And that's how the song Dirty Red that's on the album.
That's cool.
That's how that song was made. And then I said, from that point, I was like, I'm about to listen to every Isley Brothers song that I can listen to
see what-
and see if it
wow.
reminds me of other
Right.
moments that happened in my life. So then, Footsteps in the Darkness. All of these songs, what else song? There was another song. Oh, Footsteps in the Darkness, and then Voyage to Atlantis. All of these songs made me remember moments. So there's a song, I think Footsteps in the Darkness, to me it sounds like when niggas be creeping on you and about to blast you and rob you or something. So it made me think of like a lot of the homies who rest in peace, you know what I mean? So it made me create a song called Bodies. And what Bodies is on that project basically means all of the people I know that got murdered from, being snuck up on or blasted or drive-bys or
streets,
whatever.
whatever.
So there's a skit that leads to Bodies, and I pulled in some of my cousins, and we naming all of the people we can think of that died that we know. And then it rolls into the song Bodies.
And one thing that I do like about that song too, and it goes to show your mentality. It says, that your mom's house is next on the cemetery. It shows you how life is temporary.
Next door to the cemetery, mortuary.
Mortuary, got you.
Let me know right there that life is temporary.
Temporary.
I live next door to a mortuary. I showed the mortuary that I'm talking about in the album.
Wow.
So I got somebody getting pulled out of the hearse, getting
Powerful
put into
image.
the mortuary, and I got that on my video. You know what I'm saying? And so that really told me, I'm like, it was a dead body every single day, multiple times a day. That mortuary was popping.
Right.
Like booming. I seen a body on the gurney roll out of the building. They just had too many bodies.
Going in and out. Yeah.
And so I used to be, as a kid, I used to just sit there and look and be like, this is crazy. Like people dying like this every day over here.
Every
And the
day.
fact that you get numb to that too, like this is
That's
every
normal.
day. That's
how
what I'm
crazy
saying.
is that?
That's-
I used to tell, like I told my son this. I was like, you have no idea. Do you know gunshots and helicopters is like we're immune to that shit?
Yeah.
Like you hear guns, pop, 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 pop.
oh,
Nigga, I'm still playing a video game.
Yep.
Like,
Right.
oh shit, I lost.
Yeah. It's
Like,
nothing
niggas,
out
it
the
ain't even-
norm. Right.
For anybody else who ain't grow up in that, they like
Yeah.
This.
get under the table.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
Nah, that's about 3 blocks away.
right.
2 blocks.
For
that-
real, though.
Oh, that's 2 blocks away. That
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
We are
all
taught
of those
to survive.
we are taught to survive, and all of those experiences. Like the opening intro of that is a true story. Nothing on that album is fake. Like I start off with a skit, and I say, so I pull up about to turn. I got my son in my backseat. He playing with his fidget spinner. I'm turning, and I see the homie Mandy. He's an older friend. He's like in his 50s. One of the Latino homies is selling crack to the homie Mandy.
Damn.
Because Mandy is like heavy crack smoker. So he's selling it. So immediately I'm like, I want to go beat,
So-and-so.
Latino homie ass.
Yeah.
Because Mandy is my people's. But how can I be mad at him? Because Mandy the one
that want
smoking it.
Right.
Yeah.
Want it.
So I just made that left. My son in the back ain't even really paying attention. He playing with a fidget spinner.
I don't even
You
know
know
what's
what I mean?
going
And his
on. It's
iPhone is
Oblivious to the world.
just don't even have no clue. But for me, I know what that is. So I make a left turn, and my nephew still stay there. My nephew has just turned 12. He sees this, the same shit that I was seeing. He's lightweight seeing. It's not as like turned up as it was. It's just turned up in different ways.
Right.
But my nephew was seeing
It's
that.
exposed to it.
You know what I'm saying? That's why on Blue Line Freestyle, for those who don't know what the Blue Line is, it's a train
Wow,
station
come on
in-
now.
in
Yeah.
Watts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Pass through Watts on 103rd. I say, you need a ticket for this. And that's basically setting you up. That's the Blue Line. You need a ticket. Or nigga, you going to get a ticket.
Right.
You need a ticket or you're going to get a ticket.
Yeah.
But this is where I'm from. This is where I'm at. You need a ticket for this. My essay's going to fuck with this shit. My nephew still live in the bricks. The bricks is Watts. You know what I'm saying? That's what they call Watts because of the projects. It's made of all brick.
Brick. Hell yeah, it is.
Nephew still live in the
Cinder
bricks.
block.
Peachy Cabron, you trick. If you don't fuck with my clique. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like, because on my block was nothing but Mexicans.
Right.
Yeah.
That's-
Nothing. It was like the homie Gordon and the homie Omar who was next door and me. Everything else was Mexicans.
Right.
And maybe like older black people all the way on the other side of my, down further. So I'm only speaking what I've seen. So Isley Brothers, it triggered that. And then I just knocked that album out in like 4 days.
Well, I'm telling you, dude. Like, I love the sound of it. I love how authentic it sounds. Like, I love the experience that you brought out, and I'm excited to see you back. My thing is this, and we touched on this in the text before we close out. I want people to know what the pit is.
Damn.
Let niggas know about the pit, man.
Oh man, the pit.
Let people
Damn.
That
know
was one of
about.
my go-tos. I look forward to that.
Man, the pit. Shout outs Project Blow because I got the concept from Project Blow and Smack. Shout out Smack.
I can't roll my tongue.
Yeah. That's the closest we gonna get.
Exactly.
So I watched those and I was like, why we ain't got that on the West Coast? Then that's when Project Blow, and I've been knowing about Project Blow since before Smack.
Right.
But it's underground, and I'm like, the homies ain't gonna fuck with this. They ain't gonna. The girls ain't gonna be up in here. Like, I want to create something with the ladies is gonna come, the homies is gonna come, and not feel too undergroundish.
Right.
No disrespect to the underground.
at
'cause
all,
that's what
not
I
at
grew
all.
up on. Like Bus Driver, AC Alone, Tear It, all of them. You know what I'm saying? Cartoon, all of them. Like, that's like, I grew up on that.
Right.
So I was like, but I ain't gonna lie, dog. I'm the fame. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to beat Mike.
Pop.
I'm trying to Mickey Mouse, Mike,
Yeah.
McDonald's. I'm trying to be bigger than all that.
Right.
All that.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I need to create something that everybody can come to. And I was like, we need something on the West Coast anyway because we don't have nothing
At all.
for the homies.
Right.
and it's so much talent.
And that was at a time too where it was super dry, like
Nothing
at
There's
all.
nothing
Well,
going
not talking about just in the scene, like on mainstream either. There was nothing going
like
on.
the clubs wasn't it like
Oh,
there
they
wasn't no
wasn't fuck-
Playhouse.
They wasn't
Nah.
fucking with
One
y'all.
Oak.
Nah, they wasn't
Nah.
fucking with it.
It wasn't even. It was. That wasn't for us.
Nah, they wasn't fucking
Cabana
with
and Long.
Right. They wasn't fucking
We
with
was
it.
at the Hop.
Right,
Like,
right,
Yeah.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But niggas ain't driving to Lakewood.
Nah, they ain't fucking with it
You
like
know what I'm
that.
saying? So I was like, man, me and shout outs to homie Nikki G. I was like, let's create a battle. But we ain't gonna be like Smack, because Smack just do like the acapella. I was like, I want to add freestyle, which is a respect to Project Blow. So they freestyled over the beat. And then I want to do acapella. It could be written. And that was a respect to Smack. And then I was like, but I don't want to just do rappers. I want to do producers too. So then I had the producer battles. And then I was like, eventually I want R&B battles or R&B dudes battle. Then I was like, I want everything. DJs, I want everything. So I came up with that concept. Then we launched it. The first day, Lady G, shout out to Jizzle,
yeah.
was the first person to rap
Wow.
at the pit.
Wow.
Damn.
So
History.
first Jizzle went.
And happy belated birthday, Jizzle.
Man,
too,
shout out to
Shout
Jizzle.
shout out
So
belated birthday.
Jizzle went. Then Bad Luck rapped.
Wow.
Then Jag rapped.
Wow.
Then the homie
Jag.
Mickey Monday rapped.
Shout
the
out,
Mickey
man.
Monday.
Yeah, man. So it's like all these people rap. And it was no battles the first day we did it. It
Right.
was just like this is
come-
the pit.
Right.
Keep in mind, we did this event every Friday. This was every week for like 2-3 years straight.
Right, right.
So the second pit, not the like 10 pits after, the second pit, it was packed wall to wall.
Wow.
And I was like, I didn't even know what we were gonna do. I literally made up the format on the spot. Like,
right.
all right, everybody sign their name on the paper who want to rap.
Yeah.
And so everybody looking at me like, all these people, it was girls dressed like they was at the club in that motherfucker. And then all these niggas was rapping. All these producers was there. All 1500 was there. Siege Monstrosity. Like, Kendrick and them had walked up in there. Glasses came through. Like, y'all was there.
Right,
Like,
right, yeah.
everybody was AV.
Right.
Compton AV.
Yep. LMKR.
You know what I'm saying? All of these. I tell you a story about AV. I tell you Daylight. All of these dudes. True story about all this. Crazy. So I was like, everybody sign their name on here. Whoever want to rap, I'm gonna create a tournament. Made that shit on the spot. Boom. Had niggas come on stage. Pit went from like 8 to like 3 in the morning because
Right.
there was no structure.
Right.
Niggas was just rapping.
Right.
Then I had produced. It was like 3-4 producers a night. Nigga, 1500 battled before. Siege battled before. The homie Chords came up there. Like, who else was it? Notch. Dog. Jeezy came up in there.
Wow.
Redman. Nas came up there.
Wow.
Labels start coming. I remember when the homie Do Gutter battled Roscoe and
Leave that alone.
whole nother. So, but all these people start coming. So AV, one day, nigga from Compton come up in there. Nigga lost like a couple times. And I liked AV. I was like, yo, you nice, bro. Like, you got a different, you not like everybody else. So I said, you gonna win today. He was like, what? I was like, battle today. Because he wasn't gonna battle.
Because he had lost a
He
couple
lost like 3 times
right.
already, and the crowd wasn't fucking with him. I was like, you gonna win today. He's like, all right. So we sign up. First round, he went, other nigga went. Who y'all think won? This is how, every time I want somebody to be the top, I set it up like this, where the crowd is one vote, and the judges are the other vote. So, the nigga AV battled. He went, crowd voted for the other nigga, right? So I go to the judges, I say, AV won. They was like, what? AV won. I was like, all right, yo show. AV! Oh, shit, because I know human behavior, dude. I
Right.
read this shit. I
Right.
study this shit. You got to tell people what's hot,
Yeah.
and then they follow it.
Yeah.
For the majority.
Yeah.
So, second round, AV go. Niggas, crowd vote for the other nigga. I go to the judges. They was like, man, Stix, I don't know about this.
I don't think it's going to work
I said-
this time, man.
AV won. They said, it's your show. AV, oh! Championship round, like the last round for the winner of the night. Other nigga go. AV go. They vote for the other nigga. Like, it was unquestionable. They vote for the other nigga. I go to the judges. Let me take this to the judges. I go to the judges.
Oh, shit.
Niggas looking at me like,
Nah, not this one, though.
AV?
Yeah.
I said, AV won. So we wait like 20 minutes. I was like, y'all ready to know who the winner is? They like, yeah. I'm like, we gonna do a producer battle first. So I'm hyping this shit up, nigga.
shit.
The anticipation is crazy because niggas is in there.
Yeah, they just
So producer battle go, fire, obviously. Come back to it at the end of the night. All right, y'all ready for the winner? Yeah. Winner. AV. Nigga, the crowd fucking went crazy in that motherfucker. Oh, what the fuck? Wow. Oh, the next Friday, AV came. He was a celebrity.
Get the fuck
'Cause he
out of
won.
here. Wow.
Because he won. Nigga, Daylight, same thing. Disaster earned his, though.
Disasters.
That nigga Disaster, I never forget the first day Disaster came. Daylight earned his, too. Because Watts was so heavy in the building. Nigga, you bet not vote against somebody else.
Right.
Because it was, everybody was claiming Watt City. It was niggas from fucking, nigga, Paramount claiming Watt City.
Right.
And that's because me and Luck was stamping that so hard.
right.
Then that time, Glasses came through.
It was just
It was just
nigga, it's two Watts.
two Watts in the
Yeah,
building.
right.
Nigga, Jag was Watt City. Mickey
Yeah.
Monday was Watt City.
Wow.
Nigga, everybody was claiming Watt City. Rance was like 1,500 Watt City.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it, joint venture, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was so active. And so Daylight earned his just by way of the Watts thuggery.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Disaster came, he had on all white looking like a ghost. And he was nervous. He was like, I don't think I'm a battle. He was scared, my nigga. I don't think I can do this. I was like, man, get your scary ass on stage.
Yeah.
I fuck with Disaster because many a times he's been the only white dude in the room, and he'll still go for his. I mean, after that.
Man, after that, he won on his own. I didn't have to do anything. Like, he won on his own, and from that moment, he built some outrageous confidence that nobody could beat.
Nobody could fight with him.
And I haven't seen him lose since.
Now let me. You touched on something real quick. I know this is a great ass conversation. We're gonna wrap up, but with that, like when you're building a brand like that, right? People are coming out there, they're showing love. You're stamping this as the next motherfuckers, right? But something like that, where you're coaching people in the sense of, or letting them know what the next thing is. What's that fine line of people saying, "Oh, this is bullshit. This is fuckery. This is cheating," versus, "All right, yeah, this is the next shit."
A lot of times people don't know what's cheating and what's real.
Got you.
And if you can make something seem authentic, then people will follow it. The record industry does it every single day.
That's
It's
true.
marketing is either force fed or it's smoke and mirrors.
True.
That's marketing, 100%. So that's why I'm not gonna name no artist,
Of course.
because like I respect them and I don't want it to get out there and people think I'm dissing.
Right,
them.
right.
Like, cause I don't. Honestly, I'm better than everybody anyway.
course,
And my, and I'm feeding my kids. I live off rap, so.
Right.
I don't. I'm not in competition with nobody. I'm with competition with me. I want to be better than I was yesterday. So, marketing is planting the seed and watching it grow into something, and you create that with either painting a picture and guiding the people to think something is real, or you give them something, because people don't. You can't give them. You can't have a glass of lemonade and be like, this is lemonade.
Right.
Nobody's going to believe it.
Right.
It's too real. You got to be like, this is strawberry lemonade,
It's
but it's
organic
yellow.
lemonade.
It's organic. It's organic lemonade. That's marketing.
Right.
Like, everything's
no
organic.
GMOs
now.
in there.
Like, everything is alkaline. water.
Right.
It's all a trick
Right.
to make people buy the same thing that they've been selling since the beginning. So, to answer your question, marketing at the end of the day, bro, is just smoke and mirrors, or you gotta trick the people.
That's interesting that you say that, though. It really is, because I get it. But see, the same way you say that with that confidence, and I'm sure a lot of people hearing that are like, oh my God, it's the same thing that we double back in the first part of the conversation in terms of like, yeah, there's certain people that just don't know You know
Man.
what it is. It's like we're all hell bent on certain ideologies and philosophies. It's like at the end of the day, this is what it is.
Now, I'll say this, and then I know we gotta. There's two things though. This is why I stopped wavering into doing shit that ain't me, because that's called falsehood. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali, for anybody look up more science, that's his thing. He said falsehood passes away and the truth, never cease to it. Like it lasts forever. And so things that are not authentic, it'll have a moment and then it'll die. Things that are authentic and that are real takes longer to receive, but it lasts forever. It's like the story of the tortoise and the hare.
Right.
Like, yeah, the rabbit was faster. He got out and was like, yeah, everybody just automatically thinks that the rabbit's going to win. We already assume he's out there. He knows he is going to win. It's just smoke. Like it's all, yeah, it seems as if, but the tortoise is smart. He knows if he just keeps going towards his destination, it's going to take longer, but you're going to get there and you're going to be the winner. So I guess I said all that to say, be authentic. Yeah, marketing is a form of trickery, a form of smoke and mirrors. So use it wisely, but use it within a scope and still maintain your integrity and your authenticity, if that's the right word.
It is. You got it. Yeah. You ain't head. Keep going.
And I think it'll make it happen.
Fucking
Fuck with this nigga.
Yeah, so thank you for coming.
Hey, man.
Nah, man. What I do want people to know is what's next for Stix, man.
Man. So on the music side, because there's so many different sectors and ventures of Stix nowadays, on the music side, it's just going to get bigger. I'm going to become more of a household name. The Think Watts brand is going to grow. Obviously, on the music side, there's still the production, the songwriter side, but we're going to acquire like artists, like artists, producers. I'm going to put out a huge project. My next couple projects are going to be huge. They're going to splash and do whatever it does. And then I'm creating this new site called Think Live that's geared towards independent artists. It's like the Live Nation for independent artists. Like we're going to consume all of the venues and that are like 1,000 seats and under, because I don't want to compete with Live Nation. I want to create my own. But that's a whole nother concept that'll slowly come out later.
Don't give away
the
of course sauce, bro. You tripping?
So right,
you tripping? Chill.
Right, I got lawyers.
All right,
flex.
If you say so.
No, but thank you. You absolutely right. I already said too much.
Flex.
And then you right. I just got. Man,
you talking to the homies, so like,
Adidas.
All right.
Adidas, man, they got me.
Get the fuck out of here.
All right.
That's a whole nother conversation. I ain't got lawyers for that.
Oh shit! Okay.
But
shut the fuck up. You fuck it up.
No, I ain't, man.
They gonna give your shit away, bro. Don't give it away.
Man, you right.
Man, let niggas see the flyer.
100%.
That's how I get down nowadays.
Man,
hey, you know
dog.
that people be like, "Oh, the homegrown 10th anniversary." Man, the flyer's out.
Yeah,
Dog,
you
100%.
Yeah, exactly.
Then there's my biggest thing, man, for Think Watts is like I'm trying to create it into a brand, but not only a brand, like a philanthropy and charitable thing too.
Okay.
I'm trying to give people in the hood like life insurance, because I'm tired of seeing GoFundMe signs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Trying to give out scholarships. I ain't trying. We are like scholarships and things like that. I got another with my partner. We're going public, like we going through an IPO and all of that on a whole nother level of business. And then there's we got the real estate thing, we got the tech thing, we got all kind of things that's brewing. It's a few other things, but it's just I just wanted to sprinkle it. I don't want to sound like Stix, man. You're doing it. Like I still drive a Ford Focus.
There ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Practical.
Like, but the money is in the right places, and I'm about educating
all that matters.
My people, friends, peers, family, and those who don't know how to generate wealth. Like this is the first generation, so I want everybody that know me. I want to make sure we all good, and that's just with conversation and education.
Absolutely. You know ThinkWatts.com.
ThinkWatts.com.
That's how they can find you. They can be a part of the whole movement.
Man,
and just
be a part of it, man. Watch
Stix
on everything.
Yeah.
WATTSSTIX for those who have trouble spelling. You know, they don't want us to read. They used to kill us for that.
Straight up.
So
and I have to just say, man, I love I love the song Turf too, and
man,
just the way it ends.
That's my wife's favorite
way.
song, man.
Love that song. So
Thank you,
I
man.
encourage everybody check it out. The project's available right now. Watts, we are taught to survive. Homie Stix, appreciate you coming through, man.
West Coast.
I'm honored to be y'all
It's
like
love, man.
celebrities now.
Nah, man, no. But you see, the thing is,
10-year anniversary.
Exactly.
Who get a 10-year anniversary?
Bruh.
Like Oprah.
you stupid.
Man, I'm
over
not
30
talking to
years.
this fool, no.
Over 30 years.
Who else got a
Don't do
10-year
that. Don't do that.
anniversary? Like
Over 30, 30 plus
Hov
years.
had a title.
Yeah,
I mean,
he did.
Rock
did.
Nation 10-year anniversary and performed B-sides.
Right.
Like,
Nah, but
y'all got a 10-year homegrown. Are you serious, nigga?
My
This
dude.
is like
But
y'all celebrities.
It goes to show what you were talking about, like, and that kind of circles back into the conversation of, you know, shit ain't where we want it to be, but the seeds have been planted. You see it grow over time.
You know your destination,
You know the
dog.
destination,
At the end of the day, if you keep going forward, you will reach your destination.
Man. Appreciate
It's
your
easy.
time, man. Thank you
West
so much,
Coast.
man.
Thank
Stix
you,
up in the
bro.
house. Chuck Dizzle DJ Hed, Homegrown Radio, man, and we about.
Hey.